welcome back. Here at Center Court at the Panama City Mall, still today for the 7th annual Panhandle chapter of the American Red Cross Panhandle Women's Expo, very long name.
Yes.
Here now with Shelley from Covenant Hospice. Shelley, are you with the Covenant Hospice in Panama City?
I sure am.
We have the fortune of working with the branch out of Mariana that handles that multi-county area up there. As a matter of fact, tonight they have their garden gala, which is your version of the mask gala.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So we certainly understand what you do. Today, a large number of vendors here in the middle of the mall. Do you find that this kind of a crowd allows you to educate people and get your message out?
It sure does. There's a lot of entertainment going on in the mall today, so it drew people to the mall that are not normally here. And there are several people that we were able to advise on our 5 wishes. We were able to talk about the services that we offer people, whether they can afford it or not, and just the wonderful services and staff at Covenant Hospice. Yes.
The amazing thing to me about Covenant Hospice is your mission statement, and that is adding life to days when days can't be added to your life.
Right.
That makes me tear up. It's amazing. I always thought, probably like a lot of people, that hospice was for holding that hand for the last 24 hours of that person's life when they were disabled, couldn't go any further. But in reality, it couldn't be farther from the truth. You actually work with that person as long as they're not doing any kind of treatment, trying to get better, to enable them to have a fuller life.
That's right.
It's got to be rewarding.
It is very rewarding. It is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. I get out of bed every morning with a purpose when I go to work now. And I work with a wonderful group of nurses, doctors, social workers, home health aides, hospice aides, our office staff. I hope I didn't leave anyone out, but it's just a wonderful group of people to work with, and they provide great services to our community. We provide services for people who are facing life-limiting illnesses from 6 months to a year. And that care is offered in hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, homes, and we also have an 18-bed facility at Bay Medical Center now.
Wow.
Yes, on the 3rd floor.
Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that obviously those who are fortunate and have insurance or have some opportunity of being able to afford services, but you don't turn anybody away.
We turn no one away. We take care of anyone whether they can afford it or not. So we've had homeless people, we've had indigent people, we have had people who were able to pay, so they pay on a sliding scale. We have taken care of people under bridges. We took care of a man recently within the last year who had never had his own room, and when he was given a private room at our facility, inpatient center at Bay Medical, he was very happy to have his own room for the first time in his life at the end of his life.
So you're basically, if we could just get you to step aside there. Thank you very much. So you're actually taking care of homeless people in some cases.
We sure do. Anyone, whether they can afford it or not. And if they can afford it, it's a sliding scale, and they receive the same services. If they want a home health aide up to 7 days a week to care for their loved one, bathe them, and provide personal service, they could get that. They will have the services of a social worker, a chaplain if they'd like, a volunteer, health aide, and a nurse, case manager.
We'd be remiss not to mention those volunteers. I know that you enjoy a very large number of very passionate people who are committed to that hospice service. Ballpark figure, how many volunteers work out of your Panama City office?
We have over 300 that work out of this office, and they are involved in anything from fundraising to patient care to office work, administrative work, and quite a few of them are now starting to work in our care center at Bay Medical.
A very necessary service. I hope that I never need those services, but as I say, nobody gets out alive, and ultimately, I dare say there's not going to be anybody who's probably not going to need some form of these services.
Eventually, yes, and we pray that they are turned over to us or decide to use our services early enough to fully benefit from them. I wanted to say one more thing, that we have a We Honor Veterans program that now, upon admission to Covenant Hospice, whether they're in a facility or in a private home or the hospital, we present them with a certificate and a service-related pen to thank them for their service to our country.
Well, you can never have enough of that.
That's right.
Thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you so much.
And thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm glad that it was a successful day for you. Still got a few hours left. This thing wraps up at 5 o'clock. There's still a fair number of people. It rained a while ago, so nobody was leaving.
That's
so
right.
you had a captive audience for a little while
Yes.
there. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to educate.
Here with Shelley from Covenant Hospice, here at the 7th Annual Panhandle Women's Expo at the Panama City Mall. Literally having a ball. We're
Yes.
having fun. All of these red shirts that you see around here are volunteers. The Red Cross here in Panama City has a very limited staff. I think 2 paid people, actually. Everybody else are volunteers, just sort of like yours. So it's getting a little bit loud, so I think we're going to go enjoy some of the afternoon. You will be right back.